Look at this price tag. $9.99. Not $10. $9.99. That missing penny is not an accident, and it is not the store being generous. It is a tiny piece of psychology aimed straight at the part of your brain that handles numbers. And it is just one of 5 tricks hidden inside almost every price you see today. Here is the thing about a store. It feels like a neutral place where you calmly compare value and pick what is worth it. It is not. It is a designed environment. The lighting, the layout, the music, and especially the numbers on the tags are all tuned to do one job: get you to spend a little more than you planned. The good news is simple. Once you can name a trick, it mostly stops working. So let us pull apart all 5. Trick 1. The magic of 9. We read numbers left to right, and the first digit we land on sets the feeling for the whole price. So when you see $9.99, your brain grabs that 9 and quietly files it as 9 something. Not basically 10. Psychologists call it the left digit effect. And this is not a small thing. In one famous experiment, a company mailed out catalogs with the exact same dress at different prices. The version ending in 9 at $39 outsold the same dress priced lower at $34. People bought more when the price was higher just because it ended in a 9. A 9 on the end also whispers a second message. This is a deal. This is the lowest we could go, even when it absolutely is not. Trick 2. The anchor. Your brain is surprisingly bad at knowing what things should cost, so it does something lazy but clever. It grabs the first number it sees and uses that as a reference point for everything after. Drop a big number in front of someone and every price that follows feels reasonable by comparison. This is why there is almost always one item that seems insane. The $1,000 handbag. The $80 steak at the top of the menu. Most people will never buy it, and that is fine because it was never really for sale. Its whole job is to be the anchor. Next to it, the $300 bag and the $40 steak suddenly feel sensible, even smart. And researchers have shown just how arbitrary this is. People were asked to write down the last 2 digits of an ID number and then bid on bottles of wine. The ones who happened to write a high number bid far more for the exact same wine. A random number they made up seconds earlier reached right into their wallet. Trick 3. The decoy. This one is so sneaky it feels almost unfair. Picture a popcorn stand. Small is $3, large is $7. On its own, $7 for popcorn feels steep, so you take the small. Now the stand adds a medium at $6.50. Suddenly, almost nobody buys the medium, but that was never the point. The medium exists to make the large look like a steal. Why pay $6.50 when 50 cents more doubles your popcorn? And just like that, you are holding the large. The most famous version of this is a magazine subscription. Web only for $59, print only for $125, and print plus web also $125. Read that again. The print-only option costs the same as print and web, which makes no sense at all. Almost nobody chose it. But when researchers removed that pointless middle option, far fewer people upgraded to the expensive bundle. The useless choice was quietly doing all the work. Quick question before we keep going. Which of these has already gotten you? Be honest. Tell me in the comments. I actually read them. Trick 4. The discount that never was. You have felt the rush. A jacket marked $200 slashed to $99, half off. Grab it before it is gone. But here is the uncomfortable question almost no one asks. Did that jacket ever really sell for $200? Very often the answer is no. That higher number is called a reference price, and it can be almost fictional. The item may have launched at $99, sat at $99, and is selling at $99 right now. The 200 is there for one reason: to make $99 feel like a win. Your brain does not price the jacket, it prices the gap. And the bigger the fake gap, the better the deal feels. Inventing a higher price just to cross it out can actually be illegal. Regulators call it deceptive. It still happens constantly. And this is exactly why outlet stores can feel so addictive. You walk in and everything already has a discount right there on the tag, but here is the secret. Some of those products were made only to be sold at the outlet. They carry a higher list price that no real customer ever actually paid, so the sale is not really a sale. The sale is just the price. The crossout is the marketing. And once you know that, the magic of that red tag quietly disappears. Trick 5, and this one is built into how you pay. Handing over cash hurts a little. You physically watch the money leave your hand and your brain registers a small sting. Scientists actually call it the pain of paying. It is a quiet break that makes you think twice. Now here is the trick. A card removes that sting. A tap of your phone removes even more. One click online removes almost all of it. The less it feels like spending, the more you spend. In one study, people were willing to pay up to twice as much for the very same item when they used a card instead of cash. Twice as much for the identical thing because plastic does not hurt. And this is not an accident either. Every frictionless checkout, every saved card, every buy now with one tap button is engineered to make the moment of paying disappear. The easier it is to say yes, the less you stop to think. And when the pain of paying disappears, so does your hesitation. So put all 5 together. The 9 on the end, the anchor that makes everything look cheap, the decoy that steers your choice, the fake discount that sells you a gap, and the painless tap that switches off your brake. Notice what they all have in common. None of them are about the product getting better. They are about your judgment getting nudged. And here is the part that should actually make you feel better, not worse. This was never about you having weak willpower. It is design. Smart, tested, expensive design aimed at everyone. But design has a weakness. The moment you can name the trick, it loses most of its power. So next time a price feels like an obvious yes, just pause for 2 seconds and ask which of the 5 you are looking at. That tiny pause is the whole game. If you would rather see the trick than fall for it, that is the entire point of this channel. So subscribe and tell me down below, which of the 5 do you think gets you the most? The $9.99 or the fake discount? I read the comments.